but it was having those people that you could call and know that they're going to take care of your baby when she's really at one of her lowest moments. And you don't doubt that they're going to be there for her and take care of her. And I was like,
hey guys.
Welcome back
to the You're Not Crazy podcast.
Or maybe you are, but you're in good company.
You are in great company. I have to say though, I think Anna and I are both blessed with really good moms. I think a lot of times we could probably take that for granted without thinking about it, because when you grow up with a good mom, you just have a good mom. There are so many women who have terrible relationships with their mothers, and I feel bad about it because I'm like, I can't relate to that. Like, yeah, me and my mama, we may have gotten into it or had disagreements, but my mama is my mama. And when I'm going through, the only person I want is my mama. Even though I know she's going to probably come up here and we're going to get on each other's nerves. You can get on my nerves right here next to me. I want my mama. You know, so it's just a blessing to just hear y'all both talk. It's like, we got some good mamas. Because I've been in situations where I'm watching friends interact with their mothers and I'm like, how your mama at? Some people, I've seen some girls' mama are embarrassed and I'm like, oh, that was my mama. I'd be, you know what I'm saying? Or the lack thereof. Like, they sitting there having like important stuff happening, their mama just not there. And they are used to it. So it's like, oh yeah. I'm like, oh, is your mom coming? Oh no, girl, she ain't gonna be able to make it. And I'm like, she ain't coming to your baby shower? Or she not gonna be here when the baby born? That's weird, but okay. And for some people, that's their normal. So it's like, man, I'm blessed to have, you know, and I know when I was in high school, oh, mom. But, you know what I'm saying? I didn't appreciate who my mama was when I was 18 years old, right? But now, as a 33-year-old woman,
we agreed
that Jesus.
Me going to college saved us. I had to leave. And I think she knew I needed to leave.
Yeah, my mama didn't cry at all when I left. My daddy,
my husband cried, yeah.
My mom said daddy
was like, that girl.
Yeah. Mama said daddy cried. And I was like, daddy cries? First of all, let's address that.
My daddy cried, honey. And I cried with him.
I was laughing.
She was like,
let's go.
Hurry up.
I knew he was going to be okay.
Exactly.
We got cell phones now. You know, he told me she needs something. Let's go.
exactly. Trying to get back before it gets too dark, you know?
They made fun of him for that. I said, leave my daddy alone. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel as a mother now, I'm like, I can truly appreciate, because there are things that my mama did when I was younger that I was like, why are you doing that I do now? Like I do now. My mama is a stickler. Don't you show up in nobody's house and they invite you. Don't show up unannounced. Don't do it unannounced. Don't do that. My mama was a stickler for, if you were not invited, you don't go. And don't ask them if your name on invitation. So for instance, if CJ get invited to a party and Carson's not invited, don't ask if Carson can come, because that wasn't for.
I had to learn that.
And my mama had to, but I didn't think about it. I'm like, you just being extra.
Not this one right here, Lord.
And my mama was, but my grandma was like that.
Yeah.
So she was just, and my mama even told me, she said, now we learned to turn the other cheek now, but you only got the two. Now,
come on now.
Nah. She said, my mama's always said, yeah, you turn the other cheek, but don't let nobody beat up on you now. You know, so it's just stuff I laugh now that like my mom does, that my son does. My son writes notes for himself to remember things. Or he'll label stuff, CJ such and such, or whatever. And I'm laughing because I'm like, I do that. And then I laugh because I'm like, Anna, you just like my mama, because Anna got sticky notes everywhere. And I'm like, sometimes I wonder if my mama is your mama, because Anna got sticky notes.
I have a mini clipboard covered in sticky notes. And I just
but it helps.
For one, you just never know when you go, because I forget passwords.
Stay focused and organized.
Yeah. Mama put notes on the door. Don't forget medicine in the fridge. You know, to remind her. And I found myself doing that slowly but surely now. I'm like, I'm literally turning into my mama. I texted my brother the other day. I said, I was so tickled. He said, tickled? He was like, you are really turning into your mama. I'm like, yeah, I say tickled now. Oh, that just tickled me so. And I'm like, oh, Lord, I'm turning to a little old woman. But I've always been a little old woman since I was little. I've always loved older people. I used to go in a nursing home. Remember that one lady said, you gonna spend the night with me? I said, Mama, I'm gonna spend the night with her. I I said, Mama, you can go get my pajamas. She said, girl, get them. You can't stay with these folks in this nursing home. But she said I can spend a day. I really want to stay in a stanky, funky nursing home. And they are just, yes.
I love older people.
To this day.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You would have fit in well at our house.
Yes, I would have because I loved it.
Mama was not, I don't know, Lord Jesus. Our house always had people there. Like it was always people. And I used to be like,
Yeah.
like, but Mama is the type that if Anna's having a birthday party, that means you and all 16 of your children can come too. And I used to be so aggravated because I'm like, you grew up with 9 siblings. I did not. I grew up with 1. I don't want all these people here. Oh my gosh. But I mean, I guess we're all the better for it now, but I do chuckle at that type of stuff. My mom was like the little old woman in a shoe. You know what I'm saying? Had so many kids, she know what to do, but she only had 2. So I would just be like, why are all these people here all the time? But people remember that. Like, they be like, yeah, we were at your house.
An impact on a lot of people.
And I'd be sitting there like, no, I don't remember you being there because I probably was in my room. You know?
But a lot of people call you Mama.
Like, yeah.
You were like that for them. Because I remember my mama, I specifically remember people showing up at my mama's house unannounced and she would not answer the door. And I'd be like, she'd be like, I kept them going. They ain't said it was coming. They not. I'm like, Mom, you not. Because they didn't call. My mama would not open the door. She would literally not open the door.
I'm going to take some lessons.
This was the main opposite.
Open the door.
Our house literally has an open door policy. The door is not locked.
Ever.
Like, my brother, because my brother is back there right now, he locks the front door. But I'm not used to the front door being locked. So when we come home from church, because we live down the street from the church, like, we walk down, try to open the door, and the door locked. I'm like, why is the door locked? Somebody did something to the house. The door locked. The complete opposite. You know what I mean? Most people, if your door is unlocked, you're like, who in here? When the door is locked, I'm like, what's going on? Why is the door locked? You know? But this one right here, Lord. I used to feel so bad. Sometimes my dad would walk in the house, and he would be so tired. He'd walk in, he would so. Because it'd be children. He'd be like, I ain't got but 2. And there are children everywhere. They in the
And
kitchen.
see, daddy like company too.
Yeah.
My dad like company. So it's like opposite.
Complete opposite, honey. Me and my brother used to be like, who are these people? Or like somebody will come over to get makeup because she does Mary Kay. So somebody would come over and like get makeup and their daughter or somebody would be there. And my brother came in my room one time. He was like, who's your friend that's in the living room? I said, who's in the living room? He was like, your friend. He was like, why are you leaving your friend out there? I'm like, who is? I don't know what you're talking about. So I peeked out there. I was like, I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Right. He was like, you're not going to go talk to her? I said, you go talk to her like you're talking to me.
And I was really the one that come out there and be like, hi, my name's Tam. You want to come play with me?
No.
I was that child.
I was that child on certain days of the week. And
Right.
that just wasn't the day. If I want to be left alone, I'm just like,
Damn, you would have loved that.
Mm-hmm.
I went straight to
I went, Mom, can so-and-so come over? Not today. Well, why not? Because I said so, not today.
And you would get company. A child that have never been to a home. And you like, come on back here to my room. Oh my gosh, you can clean the room up. You taking them back there. And you take them back there in the room looking at a hot.
Or asking,
Right.
Mom, can so-and-so stay for dinner? Mom said no.
Her mom said
Her mom said, she said, but I said she can't. She can go eat at her own house.
There's that.
I've got dinner prepared for y'all. This is the stuff my mama used to
She'll go back and forth. But her mom said, I'm like, Tamara, I'm your mom. I don't care what her mom said. No, but mama. It was always but. But, and that by then I'd be ready to
pop me in my lip.
pop, pop.
And I would still keep talking, but Mom.
She talked right through the pop. I'm like, this is crazy.
That's so funny because CJ know how crazy I am, and he's still like, Mom, I'm sorry, but I was just Cody. I don't care about that. Okay, Mom, but I was just Cody. Okay, Mom, I'm sorry, but I was just. I said, go sit down. So I'm reaping the seeds that I have sown.
But you was a good kid. You really were. I ain't having a lot of issues with you. Now I know some stuff you ain't telling me. I'm just based on what I know.
What is it that we don't know?
That's part 2.
Okay. We want to know. Curious minds wants to know.
You look at other mothers, you're like, oh my God, thank God I didn't go through that with him. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you were perfect, but you know, even me raising you in the church, you wasn't perfect. But you was always, both of my kids were just good kids. They weren't
Me and
perfect,
Anna
but
talked
they were
about
good
that, how
kids.
we weren't sneaking out and stuff. It was like, why? Like, for me to come home and get cussed out or but like, what's the point?
What's the point?
I don't get it. If my friends would be sneaking, don't tell your mom where you're going, because you know you always tell your mom. I said, well, my mama always told me, let me know where you're going, because if something happened to you. So I was one time me and my friends went somewhere with some boys. This is high school, and I text. My mom said, "Where are you?" And I told her, I said, "Well," she said, "Get your ass home." Now she texted it to me, and I was like, "Oh, y'all, we gotta go." They said, "Why you told your mama?" I said, "Because." But my mama was chill. She didn't fuss at them. She didn't tell them. She didn't do. She got on to me. I don't know what they let y'all do. I don't know what their mama. She said, "I don't know what their mamas let them do." But you know, I don't play that. She said, "Now, thank you for being honest with me and telling me where you were." I said, "But mama, I told you." She said, "No, thank you." She said, "But you ain't had no business over there, because them people could have been crazy." I got a whole fussing. But even though I knew my mama would fuss, I still could not lie to my mama, because she instilled in me. First of all, she always instilled in me, if you tell the truth, you get in less trouble.
Okay.
But then she also instilled in me, if you are in danger, she said, you lie to me, you could be in a situation you don't know that's in. So my brain always started like somebody trying to kidnap me.
I'm going to die.
So I'm like,
tell you.
and I wasn't comfortable with it anyway, because I'm just being peer pressured, right? I'm like, okay, well, let's just go. I'm in the car with you already. I can't control where you go. I ain't got no car. So I'm like, okay, I didn't want to be there. I was uncomfortable. So my mom texted me. I kind of my way out. I was like, yeah, we over this boy house over here. Such. My mom sent me that text back so fast. I said, oh, we got to go. I started and was like, why did you tell your mom? I'm like, you ain't tell your mama? I told my mama, because these boys might be crazy. And we was in a little sketch neighborhood too. We pulled up. I said, where we at? It's time to go home.
I just needed to know too many details.
Yeah.
Because when you're dealing with high schoolers whose frontal lobe is not even fully developed, like they don't know. They know that they're going out to the farm or to the barn house. That's 40 minutes away because it's out in the county, in the middle of nowhere. Whose car are we taking? Their car ain't reliable. It barely gets parked at the high school. Why am I going to get in the car with you and drive it out to the middle of nowhere? Like, I just need to know details. I need to know the plan. Like, what is the plan? What time are we leaving? Who's driving who? Who's going to be in the car with me? That's too much for high schoolers and stuff. Like, they going to get annoyed. So my thing was, well, since y'all don't know, I don't go. There's that. And
Never had
then
problems.
they were crazy. But some of that was me being extra. Like, I just knew. Like, I was like, because they, I don't know what they going to
They stink.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth in the morning. I don't have,
Yeah, and even if it was like a boy there that I liked or something like that, then I would get nervous. Like, what if he ignores me? What if he don't talk? Then I'm gonna be embarrassed, and I feel it was too much. I would probably overthink it, but I am not a spontaneous person at all, and I realize I have never been a spontaneous person. That's not my thing. I need to know the plan. Like, I'm a ride or fly, because why we gotta die? So, like, I just don't. That's not my forte. And thankfully, my husband is not either. So we balance each other out.
That's hilarious.
You know,
I'm very spontaneous.
I am
Let's
playing
go do
spontaneous.
songs. And she's like, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
She was trying to like process.
We just end up
And
places.
she's not spontaneous. I'm like, Mom, you want to go? So, I ain't planning on doing that today. And I'm
See,
like,
Miss
Mama,
Mickey, I think you really are my mom, because Mama used to have us in the most craziest places. Like, we used to be just doing stuff. I'm like, what are we doing? First of all, I'm hungry, and you're not gonna stop and get nothing to eat for real. Me that we'll stop at Burger King. I don't like Burger King for real. Like, all I want is French fries. Like, it's just she'd just be like, and then we would get lost. And her way.
Well, we really lost.
Were we really lost, or were we on an adventure? Lady, we are lost. That's what we are.
It's not, nothing about her is spontaneous at all. Everything's planned out. She done planned her plans. And she's like, yeah, I was thinking, I've been thinking about this for a couple of days. So thinking about maybe taking the boys, get some ice cream. You was thinking about that for a couple of days?
Because you had to think about it. Like, okay, so they're getting around this time. And
Cody
if I
can't
give
stand
them-
it.
Really?
He gets irritated. I'm like, babe, he's used to it now. Like, babe, I just want to take the boys real quick to get some ice cream, maybe take them to go play. He'll be like, okay, is that okay? I mean, I didn't plan on doing that, but we can do that. I'm like, okay. I'm just very, very spontaneous.
Mm-hmm.
And I have learned to tailor that because I'm like, everybody can't handle just the. Now, I don't like people being spontaneous with me. Because I'm like,
Really?
now, because I feel like you're controlling me.
Oh,
my
well, that's the way of looking at it.
Because they're like, girl, do you want to go? And I'd be like, mm-mm. Now, if it was on my mind, yeah, girl, I was thinking when she gonna have so much, I'm gonna be with it. But I don't like people being spontaneous with me, so that's really bad. That's that control.
Oh yeah.
Really, mama?
It just don't matter. If I think about it, it was like, okay, let's go do this. Now, but now your dad is not. Anna's like her dad in a lot of respects. Like everything has to be planned out. What time are we leaving? What we're doing? Why we're going? All of this. And I'm just like, get the car. And he's like, but where are we going? Where we go? We gonna wind up where we wind up.
But it's kind of spontaneous.
More than I am. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about that. That's
Yeah.
funny.
So I love it. I just, just ride out, see what we see.
See, I believe I'm your child.
We would end up as right. Yes.
They already think we twins.
Right. This one, we be supposed to be going to do one thing, and by the time we get home, we've done 12. And I'm just like, how did we do this?
Now, one thing I did hate was running errands with this one because she would go on this aisle and look at this and stare for a second. Because I think it might be a little cheaper on this other app. But I don't know about this brand where he see I like quality over, because just because it's cheaper don't mean it might be. And I'd be like, I used to hate going to the store with my mom because she would walk on every aisle and look at every detail, or she would look at the back of the label and compare the two. And she still do that. I'm like, I can't do it.
Mm-hmm. You just throw it in the bucket and keep it moving.
I know what I like, and I do look more now. And CJ and Carson be like, can we go home now? Mm-hmm. But I'm like, but I remember hating mom, so we're gonna run some errands. I'm like, what are errands? I don't want to go. I'm like, why they? I used to think they were called errands, like the word AARO.
Oh my goodness.
Until I was like, I don't want to go on the errand. I did not like it. Mom said, you gotta run some errands. Look, me and my brother both used to roll our eyes in the back.
This one right here, we end up at people's house. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to go buy so and so because I saw something and I think they might really like it. And so we'd be in the store and she'd be like, oh, she would love that. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Not knowing that she would love that means we're now going to take it to her.
Oh my goodness.
And I just be like, she live out in the county. Like, we don't. We live 5 minutes from the store. She lives 25 minutes from the store. I used to be like, Mama, we're just gonna be real quick. We're just gonna drop it off. We're just gonna have it. No, we're not. It's gonna take us 25 minutes to be there. We're gonna be there for an hour, have a conversation about random stuff. And I have to sit there awkwardly for an hour, hungry and aggravated, but I gotta be cordial. Oh, I used to be
my mom used to give me
aggravated.
Lectures at certain. She's like, get over here. Like if this was a planned event, we're going to one of her friend's house. Now when we get over, when I say it's time to go, it's time to go. You understand? Don't be back to somebody, can we stay longer? It's time to go. You understand?
And one end at the other with you. You'll be in the back. I done fed you, don't ask for no food.
Yeah, don't ask her for no food.
You done had dinner.
Yeah, don't be giving nobody house begging. That was her big thing. Don't beg.
Oh no.
My mama couldn't stand it. Don't
now
ask
we
for
did get that.
Mm-mm.
That my mama couldn't stand. I had a neighbor. They used to come and beg her food. Mom said, tell the little girl to get out my kitchen.
But she want this. But she want this. It's a camera. I had somebody stare at you. It's like you just wasn't getting it. At the time I said, no, Mama, she want one. Tamara, you got my kitchen. Take her home.
But she wants a popsicle. I don't care what she wants. I said, go home. Take her home. She's trying to be cordial because at this point, this is the third time. First, she's like, no, Tamara, not right now. But Mom, she really wants one. And I said, no. But Mama, she really wants one.
My nerves up doing that.
I would have told my behind up. That would have irked the stew out of me too. You did good because you really could have yoked me up a couple times.
I could give you that stare.
She did, and I'm like, I knew what that stare meant, but I'm like, maybe because she's standing next to me,
yeah.
So I'm gonna keep pushing them,
right?
But and until finally, and then the little girl would leave, and my mom would tell her behind her,
"You gotta let you have it." She have her.
And I don't think I got many spankings.
Oh, I did.
You didn't get many spankings. Now I always had a switch in the house.
Oh yeah.
Always.
So just because it wasn't planned doesn't mean that it wasn't a spanking. Hello. Just because it was spontaneous
Right.
doesn't mean that it wasn't.
But most of the time, she would catch cues really, really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
so
ignored cues.
yeah, she would
They
catch
were
cues
crazy,
really
yeah.
quickly, and
Ignored
you know, if I said it a certain way or if I looked a certain way, she was like, "Oh, okay, right," and I was like, you know, and I think it probably didn't help that their dad would remind them on a regular basis, you know, your mama crazy, right? It's like, dude, stop.
You knew your mom was crazy when she got a stump or something.
Okay, so there's two things that are very
Oh
vivid
my
that I'm probably gonna put
gosh.
on a Hallmark card one day, just for her, because she was trying to act like she doesn't know what I'm telling you what you're talking about. I'm like, yes, you do. But anyway, so when our dog that my dad did not want but ended up loving more than us for a minute there,
Right.
well, the dog only loved Daddy. He would kind of jump on us, but he loved Daddy. Anyways, so we had a dog. His name was Scooby, and
Not the name that we gave him, but the man who didn't want the dog named it.
yes, we came up with something. I don't even remember what we came up with.
It was real pretty.
It was a pretty name, like very sophisticated, you know, because it was a black lab. But Scooby was way more fitting because he was crazy. And he had glaucoma. And somebody said, it's like, why don't y'all get him some for the dog, you know, but that'll help his glaucoma. Like, we're not about to get our dog high. Like, he already got kids all over the neighborhood. They dropping them off on the front porch, literally leaving puppies on our front porch like it's visitation time. We already need a project. We don't need any additional, we don't need to add weed on there, okay? We already got a lot going on over here because of this dog. But anyways, so he passed away. We took him out in the country. They went out in the country. I was in my grandma's house in the country. They were outside somewhere in the woods. And so they went out there to go dig him a grave, and there was a stump that was still in the ground. And it was like a tree they had cut down, and the stump and stuff still there. This Paul Bunyan woman over here done lifted the stump out of the freaking ground to move it out of the way. The roots were still there.
Oh my goodness.
And they were like, no, man, this is the perfect spot. I don't know. And she was like, oh, no problem. And just moved it. I said, see them farm people crazy. They are crazy lifting up tree stumps and stuff. That they had to be 100 pounds, and she just lifted it up like it was a tic tac on the ground. My brother, Paul Bunyan, yes. My brother came. I was in the house in the air conditioning because once again they was outside. I was not. So my brother comes back and he was like, man, Mama lifted up a whole tree stump. I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, a whole tree stump, and I'm thinking a limb. I was like, Aaron, you just pick it up and put it over. He was like, no, the stump. And I said, okay. He was like, it was in the ground with roots. I said, oh, she crazy. I said, we gotta go home with her. She's crazy. He was like, man, I ain't never seen nobody that strong. I said, and still you test her. I don't understand. Like, anybody that strong could like literally take my life in a split second, and you still talking back to her. You're the one that's crazy, sir. And then one day, I don't know what he said, but my brother had said something to my mom. They were going back and forth about something, and I was supposed to be washing the dishes, but I was taking my time. And I was walking from my room to the kitchen, and in our house that we live in now, the kitchen and their room is like right there, but they have double doors that stay open. But I can see them when I'm walking, so I'm walking, and all I saw, now mind you, my brother is 6'4", my mom is 9. And so all I saw was this little piece of woman give my brother a 3-piece and a biscuit to his face. And I was like I just could not. His glasses went flying. And I was like, this woman is crazy. And I just remember staring for a second and walking and washing dishes. I was like, I would wash dishes all day. I would wash the dishes across the street in my grandma's house before this woman, and I have to interact with her. She is crazy. I was like, first of all, how you reach? That's the first question. And I'm just looking at him like, you're crazy. And then made him cut grass off someone to pay for a new pair, as if she's the reason why they broke. I was like, crazy.
And so now I know.
I'm gonna stay right on right here. And then
I knew my mama was crazy, and I still tested it. I was that child.
I couldn't do it, Tam. And this was the problem. When I told people she was crazy because they get this, they're like, no, not your mom. She's like, hi, how are you? Oh my God, hi, honey. Do you need anything? And I'm just like, she's crazy. I'm standing behind her like, don't believe
is. But she crazy. Miss Mickey. And I'm like, my mama said, like, your mama said that? I'm like, yes. Yes, but my mama is slick with her. Real slick, real petty. Real petty. And I'm like, okay. My mama real smooth with hers. Just smooth. Like
You have
burger.
to be.
And I be laughing.
It's an art.
Cody done seen it. He know my mama crazy, but everybody else like, oh, Miss Mickey, Miss Mickey, she's so silly, she's so sweet. Oh, I love your mama. I'm like, I love her too. But y'all just ain't never seen that crazy.
Don't act up.
That's right.
That's it. Just
yours.
Hey, just
That
don't act
house.
up and we good.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we just have to have understandings.
That's
And
right.
I needed my children to understand
That's
that
right.
I love you, but I got friends.
That's right.
I don't. You're
That's
not
right.
gonna be my
I'm
friend. Not right now.
I'm
You know,
not
when
your
you're off the
girlfriend. That's
payroll, we
That's
can be
right.
friends.
Not
But
off the payroll.
right. Mm-mm. I got friends my age.
That's right.
So you know.
That's
So
right.
we. And even though everybody's, most of the people who know us in our town thought Adam would never go off to college. Like, oh, she's never going to leave home. She's never going to go off to college. And I was like, why would y'all say that? And it's like, she can't be separated from you. I mean, like, she's your shadow. And I was like, me and Anna are close. And I was like, but, you know.
I don't think people understood how opposite we were in a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
Too.
You know, but we enjoyed each other's company. You know, we did do a lot of things together, but not because I was forcing her. We knew how to interact with each other. And we knew, okay, if we go together, it's going to be fun. It's going to be chill. No drama, because neither one of us do drama. So when she got, you know, said that she was going to Columbus, everybody was like, what? Anna's leaving home? I was like, I raised her to leave.
That's right.
Yeah, I wanted her to leave. I wanted her to be confident enough to know that she can leave home and be okay. You know, and I said, well, you all saw was just, you all thought I was sheltering her. And I wasn't. Anna was free to do and go as she wanted to. I said, but that was her making those decisions. It wasn't me. But she was confident enough in herself. She was like, no, I'm good. So we had a little saying in our house that was, life is short, hell is hot. So, you know, don't, you know, how people say, oh, I don't want mama to find out, or, oh, I don't want my mama to know. And I was like, look, if you're bold enough to do it in front of God, don't worry about me
That's
finding
right.
out.
That's right.
So they were just like, stop saying that. Now I have this thing.
Life is
running-
short, hell is hot. I used to be like,
Yeah.
oh God, okay, I'm saying.
Try me and
That's
see.
right.
Never mind.
And that's what,
That's
but
right.
I said, you know, I just wanted them to know. I said, I'm not always going to be around.
That's right.
But if you're basing what you do and not do on me being there,
Right.
I need for you to understand that that's not what you base it
Right.
on. If you're bold enough to do it in front of God, don't worry about me.
That's right.
You
I'm
know.
the least worry.
Exactly.
That's right.
So when she went to school, people were like, oh, do you just stay up and worry about her? No. You're just not up all hours of the night. And I was like, no.
Now Daddy was.
Because you raised them.
Right.
Daddy was the one that was worried.
Yes.
Mhm.
This chick, when she leaves to go to college, she says, Mom, can you just make sure you cook at least 2 times a week? I was like, look, can you cook up some stuff and put it in the freezer?
My
She
daddy
was in
did all the
school.
cooking. Yeah, my daddy did a lot of the cooking. My mama is
She
spoiled.
went back to school.
When she went back, my daddy did. My daddy wanted to taught me how to cook, so.
And I would be the
Same.
same. Get out this kid. You in my way, but you know, your daddy just had a lot of patience.
Both of them taught me in different ways, but I still want to learn like how to bake like pies and stuff like that, like from scratch. 'Cause Mama makes like her crust and all of that. Like she does all of that from scratch. I have not mastered that, but my mom also was a very good delegator because we would have people over at the house where there would be 17 children there. She'd be like, okay, guys, what are we having for dinner? You know, and so we would all decide what we have. We look in the refrigerator. We'd go to the store. You know, she'd take us to get all the stuff. And then she would teach everybody how to cook certain things. And I'd be like, that woman just getting out of cooking. She just getting out of cooking dinner. So you got 16 kids in the we up here cutting up cheese and doing stuff. Oh, you got the broccoli? Oh, yes, girl, I got the broccoli. You got some salt? Yeah, pass me the salt. We in there cooking a whole meal. And she is in the living room, folding towels, doing stuff. So my daddy walks in the house, and at first he just see her, and he was like, "How was your day?" You know, talk to her. Then he like start listening, like, "Why do I hear voices?" So then he look over in the kitchen. You got 16 children here. We done baked biscuits. We done fried chicken and all kinds of stuff. Everybody's like, you know how to fry some chicken? Yeah, my grandma told me, okay, you fry chicken, I'm cook the green beans. Because I don't like the way y'all be cooking the green beans, and I don't like soft green beans and broccoli, so I'm cook that. And it's like, that's what we were doing. And I was like, this woman right here, she ain't slick. She just got a whole meal that she ain't have to cook.
But she didn't have to be prepared herself.
A mess. That is a mess. I was like, Mama.
But they had so much fun. They were in the
Memories.
Right. They were having so much fun. I took them to the store. I bought everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't old enough to buy it. So.
Cook it.
Their parents would come and be like, you let them in the kitchen and you left? And she'd be like, yeah, they're all in there together. I mean, if somebody gonna see something happen, somebody will stop somebody. I'm like, Mama, you left 11 and 12-year-olds in the kitchen with open flames. Like, this woman right here, she is
That's
a
a
master delegator. I'm like, she's
I was checking on them. They were fine.
Wow.
They were fine.
My mama would have kicked us all out the kitchen.
That's patience.
You got patience,
Oh,
Mama.
different kind of patience. I think I'm patient.
You are very patient. Extremely.
You're like, okay, good to know, right?
Yeah, very patient. Well, guys, it has been some time. I want to thank y'all personally for coming and being on the show, on the podcast.
Ooh, fancy.
Thank y'all so much for being our special guest.
Aw,
This is a great, just lovely
It
conversation.
was fun.
it was
See, I
fun.
told you, Mom, it won't be that bad.
I'm taking notes. I wrote some notes up here.
You
Yeah.
did.
Girl, I'm gonna come see you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, yes, thank y'all for coming. Anna, did you have anything you want to say?
No.
Anna tickled.
I am very trying to make sure we don't get together. That's what
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, what's going to happen?
I mean, that's fine. I'm just, this woman,
cracks you up.
she's a mess. She really is a mess. She's lovely, but she's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy it. Like, yeah.
That's true. Ooh, my feet getting swollen. All right, y'all.
All right.
We love y'all dearly. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening to our special guest.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Our mommies. So y'all remember to let us know. We've been getting some comments letting us know topics you want to talk about.
Yes.
Thank y'all for doing that because we are paying attention. We plan on doing episodes for that.
Yes.
So y'all just let us know what y'all want to hear us talk about. Comment below. Can you relate to this conversation with our moms? If you're a mother of, young adults right now, can you relate to things our mother said? If you are young mothers like us, can you relate to some of the things that were said this evening? But yeah, comment below and make sure you subscribe. Don't just watch the channel.
Yes.
Be a part of the channel. Be a part.
Like
Family.
and subscribe.
And subscribe.
And
And hit the notification bell. There you go.
Notification bell.
Yes.
That's right.
All right, guys. We love you.
Bye,
We'll see you in
guys.
the next episode. Bye. Hey, guys.
Welcome back.
To the You're Not Crazy podcast.
Or maybe you are, but you're in good company.
You are in great company.